From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Stephen Nehrenz.
As we all know, drought conditions are pretty rough across the state of Oklahoma right now, not getting better anytime soon. One sign of that, it's not going to take much to spark a fire with the drought conditions ongoing. This is in Oklahoma City, northwest side of Oklahoma City. Sky News 6 above that right now with Jim Gardner. And this was triggered, last we'd heard, this was some hay bales that caught fire, and that has been spreading with those gusty south winds. Crews are working to get that under control pretty quickly. That's like northwest 122nd, Council, Rockwell area, for those of you that know the OKC area pretty well. So again, just an example that, with how bone dry it is right now, any windy and warm day is going to be a problem from a fire danger standpoint. The latest drought monitor, once again, not good and hasn't been good for a while. Pretty much everyone is under severe droughts, that orange shading right there, but extreme to exceptional drought are the two worst drought stages. And we've got a lot of that in southeastern Oklahoma, northeastern Oklahoma, and southeast Kansas. And still, the long-term, or at least the kind of medium range, extended rain prospects are not good. We are going to look at some isolated showers rolling through tomorrow, maybe even an isolated storm. That'll be very hit or miss. Most of us won't see that. And over the next several days, that's what this light green shading indicates. This is forecast rain amounts. Just indicates that potential for maybe a little rain in spots, but nothing substantial. So the drought's going to continue to be a problem. I mentioned a little while ago, the tropics now very active. The Atlantic Basin is active as it's been all season. Hurricane Fiona, still a major hurricane, it's now lifted north and east of Bermuda, and it's going to kind of undergo a transformation of sorts as it transitions into an extratropical cyclone. It's still going to be a powerful system, and it's going to swing up and have some big impacts around Nova Scotia and eastern Canada over the weekend. This is the one now that everyone else around the United States is watching, Tropical Depression 9, that's now in the Caribbean. Here's Haiti, Dominican Republic, further south of there. Unorganized for now, but it won't be forever. As it heads through the Caribbean this weekend, forecast to slowly strengthen into a tropical storm south of Jamaica, and then make a turn towards Cuba and likely Florida by about the middle of next week. Now, this is, as you know, a long way out. Still subject to change because this, see how big the cone gets. That's kind of the potential tracks as it shifts west or east. So there's a lot of time for that to change, but it looks like by early to middle next week, Cuba and Florida and ports of the southeast United States are going to be watching that one very, very closely. All right, back here closer to home. Highs this afternoon back into late summertime again. Bartlesville, Pawhuska, Nowata, Coffeyville, Veneta areas, upper 80s, same around Tahlequah, low 90s, Tulsa, Bristow, Okemah, Okmulgee to the south, those gusty south winds. Again, fire danger is elevated. Friday night football this evening, a lot of big-time games ongoing. Will be mid to upper 80s at the kickoff time frame and near just after 7 o'clock. Still a steady south breeze. About 80 degrees by the end of those games. And I think outside of the metro, we'll be falling into the upper 70s by that time. So it's still feeling pretty nice overall. All right, here are those very limited rain chances that we have on Saturday. The large majority of us, unfortunately, won't see anything. But for your morning, midday plans tomorrow, could be an isolated shower drifting on through. And then late in the day Saturday, it's not even out of the question into Saturday evening that we might see an isolated thunderstorm develop, mostly in our far northeastern counties. Heading into Arkansas, there'll be a much better chance. That'll be as our next cold front sweeps in. By Sunday morning, a lot of those chances for any pop-up showers start to go away. Outside of any rain or storms tomorrow, again, there won't be a lot. It'll be hot, highs in the mid to upper 90s. Cloudier spots will be a little cooler. And then Sunday is still going to be a very warm day. 80s north, 90s south, even with a cold front moving through. But we'll start to feel the benefits of that front early next week. So 7-day forecast, a little more summer-like afternoons for the upcoming weekend, even through Sunday. North winds by Sunday afternoon. And then next week, there's the benefit for us. Lows back in the 50s and feeling great. Still warm afternoons, but very pleasant. Highs in the low 80s next week. And right now, looking good for next Thursday for the first day of the Tulsa State Fair.